Hello, everyone. This is Lanang here, and as promised, I bring you the one and only Dave and Roxanne, two incredible leader from our online community, and I am so blessed and so proud to interview them on my page. Hi, Dave, and hi, Roxanne.
Thanks for inviting us here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, and how's the weather over there?
It's warm still, but it did snow a couple days ago, so I'm still grateful that we can have a little bit of some warm weather here.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
How about out there?
So the weather here is cold, and even though 6 year in Canada, I'm not used to it yet. I still like give all the job that working outside to my husband.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So um, so how do you feel? I just want to congratulate you to be on a big show that Dave Ramsey is like one of my idol.
Yeah.
My husband and I too,
Nice.
and thank to you guys, right? So my husband know him way early, but
Oh,
I know like his show, and because of you too, like I've learned a lot from you. From the business and also from finance, and how did you feel be
yeah.
on that stage and scream debt free?
Yeah, it was for us. It was a vision board moment. We've always envisioned to be there, but when we got there, it was a little bit. It was kind of a nerve wracking experience. Like we were talking to each other. We say we've done a lot of go lives. We spoke on stage before, but with having like earphones. There's a lot of prep. There was so much nerves going, right?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if you noticed, but in the beginning, when Dave Ramsey asked us, "Oh, what's your name? Where you're from?" I was about to say something, but I wasn't able to say anything. Good thing Dave, speak right away. But it was nerve wracking for us, but it was a dream come true
Yeah.
because it's been like, we found the Dave Ramsey show and his courses and all that in 2018. So it's been like a 7-year journey for us, but it's really, really
Yeah,
amazing.
when we got our nerves back, it felt good, and at the end, the scream was just amazing. It was amazing. It was even better to watch it because there was no more nerves. Like, oh, that's what we did.
Oh, we did it.
I was like, what happened?
Yeah, that is really a big show,
Yeah,
like like on that. And so how much exactly you paying off?
yeah. So in the beginning, it was $86,000 of consumer debt. That was just our consumer debt. And it took us about how many months did we take?
Yeah, like so we paid off over 700,000,
Seven
and
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 seven,
then 7 years and 4 months. It took us 7 years and 4 months. Yes.
about
Wow.
72,000, right,
Yeah.
roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the house pay off.
Yes.
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 We have,
That's my dream too.
we have a condo in the Philippines. We also put it all together. We also pay that off because
Mhm.
we just don't want any debts at all. So
Yeah, that's an amazing feeling, right?
yeah,
Yes,
Yes.
live debt free.
yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
So how long have you two in the business?
yeah. So we saw the ad around, I would say, July of 2018. It
Mhm.
was in October that we started. So it's been what?
Yeah, over 7 years as well. And we always look back and say, like, so we were in a journey of paying off the debts. And so prior to the online business, and sometimes when we're trying to pay that off, it feels like that debt is so big. But then when you're faithful of the little things, we always believe that God will give you more. So that's when we found the online business, like later on, like October of 2018. And it's just helped us
Accelerate.
accelerate that debt repayment, because for over 10 years we've been living in an apartment of 2 bedroom, like an old building Calgary here, Alberta downtown, and we couldn't even save for anything at all, let alone pay off a home, right? So because of that online business, it allowed us accelerated that mortgage
Yeah, that's right.
repayment. Yeah.
Wow. So, as I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, like you to overcome, like, you did like 24, 22 or 24 business in the past.
24. Yeah, we counted it.
24. Wow. What made you think this online business is the one? Because you failed so much.
Yeah, prior to that, we thought that all those failures was like it wasn't a good thing for us. But what we realized, God prepared us, because without those failures, we would have not identified immediately
Mhm.
when we saw the webinar that this is what we were looking for. Because I joke around that we tried everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? We've tried businesses with good products but has no systems. We tried businesses that have good products, good systems, but they just one of the most common thing we noticed is that all those businesses don't really teach you how to acquire customers,
Mhm.
right?
Oh,
It's like like they say, here's a product, and maybe it's a website that's replicated, and it's up to you to find customers. It's typically friends and family. It's
Mhm.
typically business cards. It's typically your own way, right?
yes.
and and it was one of the businesses, three businesses before, or two,
Mhm.
2017. We tried an online business, first one. Most of them were online. We had
Offline, most of them.
most of them were offline. It was in about 2017 we start our first high ticket affiliate business, purely affiliate. And it was a $7,000 travel package. When you sell it, you would earn 3,000 in commission. So
Oh, wow.
prior
That's a lot.
yeah, prior to that, we had no online experience. That was the first time we used Facebook ads,
Mhm.
and we were just so amazed because we were generating leads, and we got a customer of somebody we didn't know.
Yeah.
And every time we would make a sale, I remember they would email us. It would say ka-ching, ka-ching, 3,000. We were joking, thinking about traveling the world, right? But it was we didn't know that the owner had was terminally ill,
Mhm.
and they stopped paying commissions, and it broke our heart. But so after that, we kind of know that there was something online that
Mhm.
would could do that, right? It was the first time. So again, that was a failure. But again, in hindsight, we look at that, we saw that model. It was like, wow, there's a model, and we prayed for a very specific model. It's like, Lord, if there is something that is high ticket, right, that can pay us similar to what we experienced, but also in the offline world, we've experienced building, a team, right? Building, residual income, but it wasn't a lot of residual. But said if there's a combination
Yeah.
that can, high ticket where we don't have to approach friends and family, we can use ads and then build a team for residual income, like that would be perfect. And when we saw it, instantly we knew this is what we were looking for, because after we saw the pre-coaching video, it was like, wow, it's high ticket, it's affiliate kind of a model, right? So
Yeah, and also like because after that so-called failure in the online business before, we went back to traditional, which is in insurance. So that's the time that it's offline. We presented it's like a disability insurance, like we're agents before, and I would call my friends, my aunts, my family.
Roxanne, by the way, is very good at that. She's very good.
I would do that, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is tiring." Like I know there's something out there like that's online, and I don't have to depend on friends and family, right? Because really, we don't have a big network, so I know it's limited,
It's the
right?
same people we approach on those 24 businesses.
Yeah.
They're like when they
Oh, I
when they
see.
get a text from Roxanne, they will be like, oh, what's Roxanne selling me again?
So that is why that's it why you was kept skeptical at the beginning, Roxanne.
Yeah, I was very skeptical because when Dave was so excited about the webinar, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is it again?" Right? Like it's not for us. I don't want to do anything about like approaching friends and family anymore. So when we did our coaching call, I asked my coach saying, "Hey, can we do this business without approaching friends and family?" And he said, "Yes, definitely." So in our first couple of months or even over a year or so, we tested that, we blocked Alberta where we live. So no one
Yes.
no one knows, or we're not advertising in Alberta, Canada. So most of our mentees, business partners, and our
Customers, yeah.
customers, it's outside Alberta, like mostly in
Ontario.
Ontario, in BC, right in the beginning, and now we're expanded to US, UK, or other countries. So that's the beauty about it, that even if you don't have a lot of network, or if you don't have a big network, or maybe you don't want other people to know it, you can succeed in
Yeah.
this
So going
business.
back to your question, this is the reason why we knew exactly
Mhm.
this is what we were looking for, because of those failed businesses. We've
Yeah.
seen different models, and we kind of know what we were looking for, and we went all in.
Mhm.
And that's why a lot of people that sometimes also that don't have any experience, they don't see the blessing in what we have because they have not tried something else before.
Mhm.
And just give you an example, right? In that online business that we did well, unfortunately the owner could not pay us anymore, right? The tools we had to pay every month, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
we had to create our own email system, and the email we use to the autoresponder, we had to pay that monthly.
Mhm.
Our funnel, our we used
Website.
ClickFunnels at the time. We had to pay that every month, $99, right? Our booking appointment system. We used I forgot Typeform, right? We had to pay that monthly. We use Acuity right now. It's free. That's free in our system, right? All those tools we had to pay monthly on top of advertising, right? So that's why those failed things, was a blessing, because we knew, and we asked the coach, like, do you have to pay for other tools? Like, no, this 149. Like, what? This is mind blowing. At the time it was 99. I was like, what? We're just like, we're all in, right? So it was 24 failed business, but we learned. That's the biggest thing. So
Yeah, yeah. And I just saw that you just bought a new car, right? Like Tesla,
yes,
right? Who carried that? Roxanne, Dave.
your car.
Mm. Yeah, he really wants it. Like for me, I'm okay with anything, right? But because what happened is that we went to Las Vegas to visit my grandma, who just turned 86 years old. And then my uncle has a Tesla, and we have it. And then Dave was like, maybe we can check it out when we come back. And then we did, and then he loves it. And then
Yeah, it's the self-driving and the electric. No more gas. Our car is good, but it eats a
The
lot of gas.
Acura.
It's 7.6, 7. It's a V6. Is an
Acura.
Acura MDX, and it's good, but it takes a lot of gas. When I was with my uncle, I was like, wow, this is amazing. You just plug it and almost like free gas. But anyways, we're excited. We're not picking it up until December 18 or something like that. So
Wow. So with that, bring me back to the time that, because I heard your story so many times, and I got inspired. Like when you two really committed to build your business,
Mhm.
got to sell iPad to fund your business. I remember like iPad and car. So you drive like beautiful car back then, and then what else? Like rent out the room and
Yes.
so much more. So like bring me back to that times, and what you guys thinking to got so much motivation like that.
yeah, I'm talking to the people that are watching and the people that are probably business owners.
Yes.
I wanted to talk to them, because the beautiful thing about this business is that when we start the business, we start at the same place.
Yeah.
The very start, we had nothing when we started. In fact, we were $86,000 consumer debt. And I love saying this: the momentum formula. If you want your business to take off, it's called focused intensity, right?
Yes.
Over time, multiplied by God equals unstoppable momentum. That's called unstoppable.
Wow.
You have to have focused intensity over time, right? So what does that mean, right? The biggest thing about our business is that, and when we discovered this, we sat down with Karen and Chris, right? The biggest thing in our business is in any business, you need to have customers and potential prospects. And the way we do it here is we do advertising.
Mhm.
And we found out that the biggest thing required to get more prospect is advertising budget. So we said, you know what, we need to find a way to do that. And one philosophy to have intensity is the deeper you sacrifice, the faster you're gonna reach to your goal. Right?
Wow, that's beautiful.
Deeper you sacrifice, right? So
Yes.
what can we sacrifice? Because the sacrifice is there's really only two ways to acquire customer in any business, and in our business the same thing. But there's one is prospecting, which we're not going to do anymore. Prospecting is approaching friends and family, warm marketing. People can do that in our online business, but the main thing we do here is marketing, which means we advertise and people come to us, right? So with advertising, and for the people that are just watching, they're not business owners yet, in the platform of Facebook and YouTube, right? The customer side is free. You watch YouTube videos, that's free. You use your Facebook, that's free. But when you become a business owner, we teach you that in your business page, you can use that page to advertise and you can choose your customers, right? And that requires payment, right? You need to advertise. Same with YouTube. So we said, you know what? The biggest sacrifice we can do is to find ad budget, right? So we need to be intense about it. And we went like over intense, right? We just sold everything we could see, right?
Yeah. So at the time we have when we started the online business, we have our full-time jobs. I used to work in finance in a government job, and Dave used to work as a general manager. And of course, we only have limited budget. We have our budget for our daily living, but we said, okay, what can we sacrifice for this business, right? So we have a set amount of budget for our business. But then we realized that if we want more results, we have to put in more money, right? And it's our commitment. And as a couple, we both decided that. So we knew that we have to pump more fuel in the business, right? So what we did is we were living in an apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, and it's not even our apartment, right? So but we decided, you know what, we're gonna rent out the second bedroom because it's we're using it just for office.
Sublease.
Yeah,
We didn't tell the owner, but sublease, right?
and then of course our privacy, we value our privacy, but you know what, we have to suck it up, right? We have to like sacrifice. So we have no idea, we were scared to rent it out, but you know what, we prayed for it, like, Lord, give us a good tenant,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And thanks be to God, he gave us a good tenant, right? We also had international student in the beginning, so that alone gave us extra 600, 500 a month. And also we sold iPads. We sold, because for some reason we have 3 iPads, I don't know why.
Yeah.
So we sold 2 of them.
Uh-huh.
And then we sold Dave's golf club, we sold
Anything we could see that we weren't using.
Dave's suit. So, yeah, like we have an
Poor Dev.
Please.
So now Dev can buy any suit that he wants.
Marketplace, I'm telling you, your trash is someone's treasure. Your garbage is someone's gold. People that.
yeah, and that really
We did cleaning, right?
we
We
did
did
cleaning.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
Yeah, I think we sacrificed at least 9 months or more to have that tenant, to have that cleaning on the side, because we knew we had to so overall we were able to put in like at least 2,000 or more extra per month. And that like not using our income. So imagine we have our day job income plus the business income, right? But also we had to sacrifice in the beginning, right?
Yeah, and as for the people that are watching, like everything that worthwhile that you success that you've experienced, you've sacrificed.
Yeah.
For example, a lot of people have watched this. If you went to school, 2-year degree, 2-year diploma, you've sacrificed time and money, right? You have focused intensity. That's the only way. That's the only reason why you graduated. Because you can't say, oh, part-time, I can go to school today, tomorrow I won't, maybe next week, right? No, you have to go when you're supposed to go, right? Same thing in this business. The reason why some people, just full transparency, some people stop doing the business or they don't make it here is because they don't look at it that way. It's called the career mentality, right? Most people have the lottery mentality when they come in. They say, oh, you buy the lotto and money will just fall off the sky. No, career mentality is I put the work up front. Time, money, and learning. Like 4 years of your life to get a degree. Did you make a penny? No. You can't tell your teacher, oh, teacher, I've been here for 3 years. You still haven't paid me. This sucks, right? No, you don't.
Yes.
You get the diploma or the degree, and then now maybe if you get a job, then you can get paid. Ours is like that, but you can accelerate it. In fact, after 6 months of that sacrifice, or maybe 7 or 8 months, right? It was from our own money to do advertising, but after 8 months, the revenue from the business was enough that it can pay for advertising. After that, none of the money had to come from our pocket. It came from the business now. Advertising. The return was extremely fast because we sacrificed, and it requires intensity in the beginning. So that's what it takes. So
Wow, that's amazing. So I have these questions for Roxanne. Um, some mentee, some new business owner, when they face like learning curve, you guys cannot like. There's some point that you advertise on Facebook and got shut down,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
I cannot do it. So, and then back then with our training site, we don't even have YouTube training yet. Yeah.
Yes.
So you come in and like crack the code for YouTube advertising and on your own, and like what that moment, what were you thinking to not giving up and keep pushing to like push
Yeah.
through that learning curve?
Yes. That's a good question, because when we started, all we knew was Facebook advertising, right? We learned, we studied, and then we get used to it. We got results from it, and but then in March of 2020, right? For some reason, out of nowhere, Facebook just decided they restricted us, so we couldn't advertise anymore. I was so like sad. I was so discouraged,
By the
right?
way, if you're a business owner and you're experiencing that, that's in the realm of normal. That's normal, right?
No,
So
it's just not normal.
yeah,
Um,
Yes, it is normal.
yeah.
and then so in the beginning we were tempted to like, okay, like, oh, we can't advertise anymore, right? But because I think because of personal development, right, we as much as we can every single day we listen to like personal
And
development.
that's what failure also helps. Our failure muscle has been stretched.
Mhm.
We can bounce back faster than other people, because sometimes when you fail in the beginning, oh, it takes a while to bounce back. All the emotional things, oh, it's not gonna work, right? If you're a brand new entrepreneur, oh, what did we
Maybe it's not
do?
for
We
us.
didn't do anything. What we should do? Like you always like ask this question, why? But now we just like our question immediately is, what can we do next?
Yeah.
How can we bounce back from this? Because we just realized as entrepreneurs, you have to bounce back as fast as you can. It's your bounce back ability, right?
Yeah, and so we decided to. At the time, we don't have YouTube course yet, so we got our own. We for some reason we found this course online. We bought that, right, and we started to learn it. In the beginning, my eyes hurt. We spent so much days and sleepless nights just to learn new things, right, new skills. But once you get used to it, you become better at it. We and now we're teaching those we teach it we're teaching mostly YouTube in our us, because of course in Facebook we also advertise, but mostly YouTube. And that's how it is. Like, you have to decide, okay, I'm in this, if I'm gonna do the online business, I'm gonna be very good at it, just like in your career, right? Like, most of the people, they have the career, let's say a nurse, a teacher, an engineer. You decide to become great at it, better at it. And how do you do that? Is to study it, to take action, to have more experience. And you cannot expect yourself to become better at it if you don't have that experience. And the only way to do that is just to keep taking action, keep taking action. And because the mistake of people is they're scared to fail. But in order for you to succeed, failure is the necessity to become
It's a
successful.
necessary role, yeah.
Wow. Um, yeah. So I'm willing to learn. I put my time in. I haven't received the result yet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How can you handle the jealousy, like compare yourself to others?
Mhm.
Because it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's part of the journey. And I always tell people, one of the biggest things you can do is it's gratitude. You have to start counting your blessings,
Mhm.
because when you start looking left and right, that's when you start to get distracted, right? But when you start counting your blessings, asking yourself, yes, I may not have the results yet. Because the problem is sometimes we only look at the result, which for people is income, right? But what if you look at other kinds of results? Because there are other kinds of results, right? You know, if you look at yourself a year from now, maybe I don't have the result yet, but now I'm good at videos, right? Now that I understand advertising, right? Now
I've been
I,
posting for
yeah,
consistently.
and I have a positive outlook in life now. I have a strong mindset, right? Then it's I always tell people that the story of the bamboo, right? Which means that maybe you're growing your roots first, right? Deep down here, and then all of a sudden when opportunity meets preparation, every the bamboo grows, I don't know how many meters within the next couple of weeks, and it just can't stop growing. So maybe you're just growing. That's why I tell people want the glory, but they don't know the story, the real story. For most people, for us, the real story has been an over 10 years entrepreneurial journey, right? That yes, it looks like it's only 7 years and it's overnight success. No, it isn't, right? We had to grow our roots and fail 24 businesses before it seemed like an overnight success. So what you want to do is to look at, where you started and where you are now, not just income, but holistically everything, right? And then you look at other people's stories, especially the ones that you can relate to that also struggled, right? And say, okay, they also did that. If that, if they can do it, right, I can do it as well, right? So just always watch stories of hope, because when you are hopeful, right, you're excited about the future, right? So that's the key.
Yeah, and also because you have to recognize that comparison is the thief of joy, right? So if you always compare yourself, oh, these people started after me and they're successful, or
Yeah.
we started the same time and now she's more successful than me, right? Then you'll be discouraged. But if you just look at, be grateful where you've been from, like what how you've changed. And just, I think what really helped us over time, like all throughout our journey, is to just have like a, what is it, like a horse.
Yeah.
Like you're just very focused, you're not looking at left and right, and you're just focusing on your own journey, celebrating other people's success, and really like always read or watch people's inspiring stories, because that will give you hope to keep going. Because if you're all of us will be discouraged if you don't have the results, right? And sometimes everything is like mental game, and the enemy will tell you, oh, you know what, just give that up, it's not for you. They can do it because of this. You can't do it because of this. But if you just keep on like, like looking at what God has given you, those dreams, because we always believe in this, if God won't give you, if you have those dreams in your heart, God will always give you all the resources, the talents, the people, the tools that you need in order to help you succeed, right? But it's just a matter of time, and we just have to be patient with ourselves, patient with our results. As long as you keep planting good seeds, planting those actions, the results will come later.
Here you go. So, yeah. So, last question for my audience. So, if somebody thinking about starting their own online business in 2026 and they are still scared that if it is for them or not, or it is a scam, what your word on
Yeah,
that? Yes.
good question. First thing I could say is that I can relate to you, because when we all started, we also have doubts in our mind. So welcome to the club, right? uh, and the only way to lower skepticism is to have better understanding, right? So, and understanding lowers skepticism, right? If you don't understand something, you'll be afraid, right? And you'll be skeptical. So how would you do that? For us, we had to do our own due diligence, right? Find out if these people are hiding from you. And this is a good thing about this online business. You could really like look at these people, follow their life, and you can even know their whole story, right? So that was one thing we did. It's like, wow, these people are just not hiding. If they're like gonna scam us, then it'd be hard to find them. So that's one, right? And then and the next thing is, we move to the next step. Really, it will tell you what the next step is. And for us, we paid the next step and really looked at all the information, right? And then we did our call, right? It's one bite step at a time and find out, because again, you will find out if it's not for you. It's, it's refundable anyways. You have 30 days to find out, right? So
Yeah, and I think what really inspired me is that I've seen when we took that next steps, we saw, a bigger online community. We saw normal everyday people getting results, people that are immigrants like us, people that doesn't speak much English, people that are older than us, have a lot of kids, right,
yeah.
or a lot of jobs. There were people like have 3 or 4 jobs at one time, at one point, and they're able to quit their jobs, able to pay off their house, their homes, their debts, and pay, like, some of most of them, quit their jobs and travel without worries. And that's what I really wanted, and give more to the ministry, help their parents in their retirement. So I couldn't deny the results. So even though I have doubts, I we prayed, and as long as you have peace in your heart, and that even though I'm scared, we were scared, but we have peace that passes understanding, then it's a it's basically a go signal that, hey, you know what, this is good for us, right? Because you don't need to know everything, right? You just need to take one step at a time. And we always, we've been here for 7 years, more than 7 years now, and we've seen the integrity of this community. We've seen so many lives transformed and changed from all walks of life, from all kinds of faith as well, and all kinds of races. But this is not for everybody. But if it's for you, then you're gonna have lots of support.
Yeah, if you were going into a career, you want to talk to the alumni that are working in the field, right? So
Yes.
one of those. We've been in this for 7 years. So look at those people, follow them, look at their lives, look at what happened to them as an alumni of the program. If you want if you want the result, because our mistake before, when I go to a program, I don't even know what they actually do in the field at the end. I took aeronautical engineering. I had no idea what their income is at the end, what they're doing, right? I didn't even like it when I went when I did it. So for us, my advice to you is do your due diligence, and most important, look at the people that have been here long enough, that have been doing well in the business. Do you like that lifestyle? Do you want to experience that? Because those are the people that are so-called alumni of the program. So this was the answer to our prayers. Maybe this can be for you. It's not for everybody, certainly, but if it's for you, it can change your life. So
Wow, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching. I saw a lot of comment, but to save the time of Dave and Roxanne, we I don't read your comment out loud, but promise that after the live, we go back and say hi to you guys. And that's it. Thank you so much for the time today with your golden nugget, your knowledge as usual. And thank you so much. I have been learning so much from you two for the past 6 years. And you place a very special space in my heart. So thank you.
Yes.
this was a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So have a great day, guys, and we see you in the next go live. Bye.
Thank you. God bless.